what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Today is 4runner day. Actually, the past few days have been a mix between 4runner and first gen, but anyway, they're both first gens anyway. Wheel bearings. Just a quick little run through. I done got it back together because this is an absolute horribly nasty job. But for those that are visual learners, this is not. Dang it! It's not that bad of a job. I mean, it's aggravating, but just a quick little walkthrough here. You're going to start by, of course, taking the wheel off, and then take this brake line off. Just make it simpler so you don't bend it up. You got two 17mm bolts holding your caliper in. Take it off. That'll bring you to here. Once you get here, you're going to want to take the locker off, this piece. Just so you know, you take the locker off. Once you unscrew it, it just pulls right out. Set it to the side. You've got a 12mm bolt that goes right in here. So make sure it wasn't a washer. Take it off. When you pull that out, I set it over there. These are 12mm bolts, nuts. Take them off. When you take all them off, make sure you take the washer off with them. And then what you're going to want to do is take a screwdriver. There's a groove right here. Put your screwdriver in here and pry this off, because these little inserts, the farther you push them in, they expand and hold it in. So, let's see if I can do this one-handed, but after you get in there, it's kind of pry it out, spin it, and just work your way around. Like I said, I've been through this once, and then it'll get to a point like this where it just breaks free, kinda, sorta. Just go ahead and pull these off so you don't lose them. Alright, that's all but the one. Just like that. Set them on the side, then this piece comes off right here. It's got a bearing and all kinds of hoo-hoo in it. Set this over here, and this is as far as I'm going into this one because I didn't replace the wheel bearings, but you'll have to have, where's it at? Here it is. One of these special hub sockets. Fits on this bolt, or this nut, I mean, fits on it perfect. And you take that one off, and once you take it off, it's got a lock ring that rides, I don't know if you can see it, rides in a groove. Pull that lock ring off, set it aside. And then there's another one just like this, take it off. And then once you get it off, this whole thing, this whole unit will come off. And your wheel bearings, you have one here and one in here. They have races, but if the races are not scarred up, I advise not changing them, just as long as they look good. Here's the old bearings. They were toast. What is this? Glad I am back in here because I got to take that apart because I forgot to put the washer back on there. So yeah, there's a washer that goes in there. But either way, take the wheel bearings. You're going to need to pack them. This is a bearing packer. It beats the mess out of having to beat them against the palm of your hand. The way this works, if this will come off, take this cap off. This unscrews. Once this unscrews, you set the bearing in there. Put this back on here. Press down, and it will actually force grease up through the bearings, packing the bearings for you. But I mean, while you're in there, go ahead and replace the rear grease seal, and pretty much that's it. If you're going to reuse, or if you're not reusing the bearings, just go ahead and I took the same screwdriver and I beat the bearings out. This back bearing back here, the big one goes out that way, and this front one comes out this way. It will likely fall when you pull the hub out. So yeah, and then everything is just reverse order, putting it back together. While you have it apart, it's the prime time to replace your rotor if it needs done, because if not, you'll have to pull all this back apart, which again is why I ordered that socket. I ordered it off eBay. It's a 54mm hub socket. I just went ahead and ordered it because I plan on keeping this thing, and I have buddies that have these that does not have the socket, so you know, there you go. But before my hands get absolutely filthy, I've been out here all of 5 seconds and running dirty again, but it is a dirty job. Make sure you have plenty of grease on hand, not only to pack the bearings, but to fill this back full of grease because it doesn't hurt. So yeah, that's basically the whole job. I ordered races for mine, but getting the races out requires a torch and a lot of beating. It's a job. That's why I just left it at this. So yeah, when you go to put it back together, the book says to torque the inside nut down to 24 foot-pounds, I believe. I think so. Let me get this thing, make sure. Yeah, 25 foot-pounds, 34 Newton meters, 25 foot-pounds. So, me personally, I tore it down to 25, and I didn't like how this felt when it spun because it was pretty tight. So I backed it off some, and I just snugged it down till I felt good with it. And if you heard that, that was my shoulder popping. But either way, like I said, assembly is the same as this assembly. So yeah. Alright, so I did get it back together. And ended up, I had to take the whole thing back apart because the little washer I found actually goes up against the bearing. It goes bearing, and then you put that washer on, then the first nut, torque it down. I think I actually went to 21 foot-pounds is where I felt like it was good at. 21 foot-pounds. Then you put the little lock ring on, and then the other lock nut. Tighten all that down. I don't think it really matters how tight you get the lock nut. I hope it don't. But I tightened mine down pretty good. Tightened mine down pretty good because, like I said, it just holds everything in place. It's not going to tighten that other nut any tighter because the lock washer ring thing. But yeah, so that's all you got to do. So I'm trying to think, because I've drove mine to work and it done great. The only roar it's got now is because of the tires. Oh, as you can see right here, if I haven't mentioned it already, there is a gasket that goes right around there that I didn't have, so I just used, yeah, gasket maker. And I believe there's one that goes here too, but I'm not sure. But anyways, hope this video helps. If this is a job you're about to do, I'm fixing to go get a shower and go to bed. But yeah, in all reality, if you've got the right tools, it's an easy job. If you got a good place to do it, it's a fairly easy job. It's just if you don't have that hub socket, it's a pain because I would not advise using a punch and a hammer, but you can do it that way. Like I said, other than that, it's simple. So I'm going in, go to bed. It's my first night of work last night. I got 4 nights to go, so y'all be safe, stay classy. I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, don't hate, my Christmas lights are still up. They're probably gonna stay up all year because I'm that guy.